handled.
This is supposed to be something else.
Engraved with a saying that thought was romantic. That is to say. No.
It's supposed to be this other camera. Is it plugged in?
Until death. Hasta la muerte in Spanish.
I just wanted to. This isn't the page that I thought we would be on.
During his shooting of Lone Ranger.
They're going to try to build the story that she just tried to help him with health issues, alcoholism, but he was violent, and she was desperate to fix him and made bad decisions like shit in the bed. But she's not going to admit that she shit in the bed, no matter what happens.
Really early on. Johnny was.
Okay, well, this camera's okay.
So generous to my family, but especially my mom and dad. He just really.
I doubt she's admitting that. I think no matter what happens.
My dad's a big personality.
And to be fair, here, this is not legal advice, but if I ever shat in the bed, I'm not admitting that shit. I'm taking that to the fucking grave, okay? Even if I did, I'd be like, nope, it's the dog. I don't know. Have you heard about the phantom pooping? Must have been your ass that shitted it out. What do you mean I have poop in my drawers? In my drawers? No, that's what I would be like.
So he gave him guns. He gave him knives.
Wouldn't that be perjury? I don't give a fuck. Throw me in jail, dude. What do you mean?
I mean, Johnny just showered my dad. My dad's a working man,
Throw me in jail, okay?
Salt of the earth guy, and he was just like,
come on, dude. Some things are worse.
Amazing gifts and being invited to come on to these locations.
Can you imagine? I think admitting to literally the entire planet on a very heavily publicized court case that you shat himself, you just defecated, took a fat poopy on a bed.
He gave my mom.
Is literally worse. Throw her in jail for perjury.
I was visiting Johnny on Lone Ranger in some part of the Southwest. I think it was Colorado. He gave her this beautiful turquoise necklace, and I mean, they were definitely taken by him.
And what, if any, relationship had Mr. Doug forged with Whitney by this time, your sister?
I believe
wouldn't that be lying under oath? Bitch, I'm lying under oath non-stop in that circumstance.
He did the same thing.
You understand?
And just really.
I'm not even pleading the fifth. I'm lying. I'm straight lying. I'm a liar.
Bond with them that, was.
Wow.
It was, he tried to.
He would spend $100 million to reshoot Aquaman 2 if she admitted that. Yeah, straight up. She's losing all the jobs. Okay, all of the defecation lawsuit.
And what, if any, relationships did Mr. Depp form with your friends?
I just has to get out there and make your voice heard.
Everyone's calling her Amber Turd already.
So generous and can be this really. Overly generous almost, showering with gifts and.
I'm listening to Hassan Abi.
And he has access and means to really, we're not talking about giving you a card or like talking about just these like extravagant trips or these extravagant gestures, and it's a lot. And he did that with my close friends. I'm rely heavily on
and Amber Turd. Yeah, match made in heaven.
And had a pretty strong support network with them, and he really just showered them with generosity and
say love bombing,
light, and invited them.
Say fucking love bombing,
places, and flew people here and there.
How big is Amber's Afghanistan? Yeah.
Generous.
So going back to the filming of the.
In the eyes of the public, by the way, I'm not even joking. In the eyes of the public, like domestic violence is like a super. Graphic and emotional thing to parse through, but shitting the bed is cut and dry. You know what I mean? It's clear cut. You shat the bed or you didn't shit the bed. And it's funny enough that people will laugh about it, like the slow burn of toxicity and the back and forth and the physical abuse and all of that is like very difficult to parse through for a lot of people that don't want to think about that. You poop the bed, it's over. You're a bed shitter. You're done. You're done. Your fucking career is over. Okay. Mel Gibson can say some anti-Semitic shit and come back and still cut rolls. You shit the court case, it's over. You shit the bed, your career shit the bed.
It's coming here. I think it was being transported, and he said, that he had my dad's.
You drop a butt burrito. Oh my god, a butt burrito. Oh my god.
So you know, I went, I had,
Your Honor.
I think about like a month and a half or something.
Please strike
And
from
kind
the
of
record
breathe
my
the
client
idea and
using
say,
the term butt
"That's
burrito.
crazy gift. No, thank you. No, that's incredibly generous that I couldn't accept too. All of a sudden I had a cold.
So
A
let's
sewer
take you
pickle?
through
Oh!
2012 and your relationship. Could you just describe for the jury a little bit about how that relationship evolved through 2012?
Bro, what the fuck is she drinking? Is she drinking one of those like emergencies or whatever? Like or what is it, like liquid
It was
IV or
always
some shit?
intense. It didn't become intense. It almost started that way.
She's fucking She
I,
just straight up hopped up on Jack 3D. She actually went and got the good shit. You know, the stuff that's illegal now because it has like ephedrine in it. Because he used to kill people, whatever. You know what I mean? Pussies. This wasn't as laxative. Yeah, she's out here
you
fucking
know,
on crack.
I couldn't see straight practically. It was just, you know, I was head over heels in love. And he felt like that to me. He felt like,
Dude, I can't. Like, knowing what I know, knowing the hard for me to, like, on the one hand, as a person who is, like, understanding and certainly sees that like women routinely get trampled on with abuse cases and domestic violence and how invisible that sort of stuff can be. I want to fucking look at this seriously, but I can't. One, because of my own personal biases and my own personal experiences of being a male victim of abuse. But two, more importantly, like she is so bad at acting, dude. And she's already fucking lost credibility by doing what she's done thus far. That
saying something else or saying
every time she says, "Oh, I loved him," I'm like, dude, you're like reciting a line. And you're not even doing a good job. This is like
I felt
Aquaman 2.
myself
Oh my god.
trying to not talk about auditions because it would change the mood so dramatically. I tried to, you know, he would make these comments about, you know, pouring myself out, but do so in the context of me acting, you know, and he would talk about other actresses who do my role in this way where they were worthless whores, they were, you know, fame hungry, you know, expletive, you know, just this. The point is, it felt really dirty to be an actor. It was dirty that I wanted to do this.
Hey, I don't know. I don't have
was doing the
any
job of an actress. It was
information on what's
everything I-
happening.
Every time I was walking out of the house, he would ask me, "That's really what you're wearing, kid?" Oh, I see. You know, I wore a dress to an event once, and I felt beautiful in it. As stupid as that sounds, I
I don't know.
felt
Is this
pretty
working?
Dress and picked out, and I showed it him because you know, it's a carpet, it's red carpet, so it's like, you know, publicized. And I kind of thought it was weird he didn't publicize. I wasn't saying
Oh,
anything
it's
about
totally
it.
working. It's totally working. Okay. It's working. It's
It's like,
working.
did you see the you know, the event I went to? You know, basically, I felt pretty, and I thought, wait, did you see that? You know, I wanted him to say something about that, I guess. And he
does.
said,
What? Does my man have a lot of boogers or something? What's going on?
this is
today?
after he stopped talking to me for some time, didn't tell me why. When he came back in my life, he wouldn't explain why he was acting different. He just kind of acted mad at me, didn't know what I had done wrong. And when I brought up the dress and the event, because it was an event to
Bro, by the way, when your lawyer is fucking swagged out and he's got not one but two rings on his fingers, oh dude, you know you're fucking winning that defamation.
yeah.
Straight up. Look at the lawyer, bro.
I saw
He's
the
got
one.
gold. He's got gold. He's got a gold watch. He's got fucking hella
I'm
jewelry.
starting over. Starting
He might not
over.
actually win the defamation.
I've got like 4 rolls of this red tape.
He said,
This one is already messed up twice, and I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna make it real nice. Starting over.
I get it.
What?
You know, I felt really embarrassed and horrible that I wore that. I felt like, how could I have made that choice? Of course, you know, he's right. You need to start to believe it. I started to believe it. That helped make a lot of sense, of course. But it didn't stop at that. It's just this clothing in general. And when I walked out of the house, it wasn't just like, hey, you're not allowed to wear that. It was like, oh, really? That's what you're wearing. No wonder you get cast in those roles. No wonder you that's what you are. That's what you're making it. And it continued. And then
like these house parties.
there would be
What is she talking about? She's talking about the beginning stages of her relationship where Johnny Depp basically, she's saying, gaslit her or was like really misogynistic. She's hitting all the fucking high notes, okay? Johnny Depp was old, ew, gross, groomed me, had power over me originally. I wasn't really that into it, but used his like power over the movie studio to get me involved with him. Totally I had no interest in this myself, but then I fell in love with him because he love bombed me, and now on top of that, and then he started being like misogynistic, telling me that like you shouldn't be wearing that, all this shit.
And then I started to notice the pattern of escalation where he'd throw a glass or turn over a table. Then he would hit the wall. And
I don't even disagree. I mean, I'm sure half the shit did happen, by the way. I don't even think that, like, I'm sure he's like a fucking, I mean, I don't know if he was like controlling what she was wearing or whatever, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was, if we're being real. Like, that's just, you know, you're a toxic fucking boyfriend in that situation. You're not a good boyfriend, right? Which is significantly less worse than, you know, being
almost like just
in an abusive relationship.
Real, unbelievably nice, sensitive, kind, warm.
You're going with the midsummer defense?
Interesting,
Wait, what do you mean?
Man that
What is the midsummer defense?
And he would make me feel so loved. Like I would feel so distant from that thing. That was so scary.
No, I think he was, and by the way, he cared in a controlling way. It's bullshit too. No, he's just like, I can totally see him being a fucking shit boyfriend and a shit partner. And he's like,
I got it.
I definitely believe he was jealous, for sure. That's the sort of stuff that I totally do believe. Okay?
It's seemingly so stupid, so insignificant. Oh, never forget it. It changed my life.
I don't think that he cares about what she wore though. I do think that I don't believe that he cared about what she wore though, straight up.
There was no fighting, no argument.
Because like it's fucking Johnny Depp.
And
he dresses like a people that also dress like psychos.
I didn't realize at the time, but I think he was using cocaine. It was like there was a jar of cocaine out on the table. I realize it sounds weird, but it's an actual vintage jar of it. But I didn't see him use it at the time, so I didn't really factor that in. I just, he's drinking and we're talking, and there's music playing, and he's smoking cigarettes, and we're sitting next to each other on the couch. And I asked him about the tattoo he has on his arm. And to me, it just looked like black marks. I didn't know what it said. It just looked like muddled, faded tattoo that was hard to read. And I said, "What does it say?"
Oh, the wino. This is the wino.
It says wino.
Goddamn, why do I know so much about this case now? Jesus Christ.
I didn't see that. I thought he was joking. Because it didn't look like it said that at all. And I laughed. It was that simple. I just laughed because I thought he was joking. And slapped me across the face. And I laughed. I laughed because I didn't know what else to do. I thought, this must be a joke. This must be a joke. Because I didn't know what was going on. I just stared at him, kind of laughing still, thinking that he was going to start laughing too to tell me it was a joke. But he didn't. He said, "You think it's so funny?" You think it's funny, bitch. You think you're a funny bitch. You slapped me again. Like, I was clear. It wasn't a joke anymore. And I stopped laughing, but I didn't know what else to do. You know, I didn't know what to do. You would think you would have a response, but I, as a woman, had never been hit like that. I'm an adult, and I'm sitting next to the man I love, and he slapped me for no reason. It seemed like, and
Wait, what the fuck? Are you
It
serious?
was that stupid.
Oh
Second
no.
slap, I know he's not kidding, but I don't know what else to say or do. So I just stared at him. I didn't say anything. I didn't react. I didn't move or freak out or defend myself or say, "What are you doing? You're crazy." I just stared at him because I didn't know what else to do.
Bro, is this for real? Is this actually her account? It is her account.
Hard. I lose my
That's
balance.
Montefiore.
Next to each other on the edge of the couch, or I was on the edge of the couch.
I'm trying to do it with zero. I'm trying to do this with zero
All of a sudden,
bumps.
realizing that the worst thing is
I mean,
just
I don't
happened
know
to
how
me.
Montefiore was written
That could
about
possibly
Stalin.
happen to you.
Maybe
Realize that
anti.
I wish so much he had said he was joking. Because it didn't hurt. It didn't physically hurt me. I was just sitting there on this carpet, looking at the dirty carpet, wondering how I wound up on this carpet and why I never noticed that the carpet was so filthy before, and I just didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what to
Okay,
say.
serious
I didn't
question.
know how to react.
I'm sorry.
Just
This is
exactly how much
serious question. Okay, because there has been an incident where like Johnny Depp definitely did, at least according to like the conflicting testimony with his like actual text messages, physically abused Amber Heard one time. But having said all of that and knowing everything, do you feel like she's being honest? I'm asking you guys. I want to almost
you can't
like.
hit a woman. You can't hit a man. You can't hit anyone. You can't just hit somebody because they. I knew there was no. I knew it was.
I don't know. Maybe it's like misogynistic or some shit, but like she's hyper focusing on a lot of the additional details. That's like a very JCS moment. I want to and pause it and tell you that like in most circumstances, in an effort to.
And I wish I could say it. I stood up and I walked
It's
out of that
illegal to lie at court.
house.
Shut up. Everybody lies at court, okay? You're a fool if you don't lie at court. Just like you're a fool if you don't subscribe at the top of the hour when a 6-second ad break is coming.
Dirty carpet, trying to will myself to get up, to walk out of the door because I knew I needed to. And I really slowly.
It feels like she's testifying like an honest person would, and when suddenly she's being truthful is being lost by her
Just
attempt to come across
looking
as
at
truthful.
because I didn't know what to do. And
I don't
he
see her as an honest broker here.
and you know, like I've never seen an adult man cry. I didn't really see my dad cry at my grandma's funeral. You know, it's weird. And he's crying. Tears, I mean, just falling out of his eyes. Gets down on his knees.
Here's the 1 minute ad break coming now, by the way. Which Prime is free as long as you have an Amazon Prime account.